In the misty valleys of Caldron, Master Ryo Tanaka stood alone, conjuring the twin energies of fire and ice. Behind him, the legendary Azure Worm watched, its eyes blazing like molten stars. Ryo's mission was to awaken the Chrono Heart, a relic capable of stabilizing or annihilating his universe. From the shadows emerged Lyra, a scholar of ancient lore. She warned that the Chrono Heart was not just magic, but a remnant of a civilization that bent reality itself. As they neared the relic, corrupted elemental guardians surged forward. Ryo and Lyra fought together, a dance of elemental fury and protective wards. Inside the cavern, the Chrono Heart pulsed with the power to rewrite existence. Suddenly, a fleet of airships appeared, led by the technomancer Chrono Heart, who sought the heart for his own ambitions. Ryo, choosing restraint over destruction, used the heart's energy to neutralize Chrono's forces, not destroy them. The battle was won, but the war for reality had just begun. Beyond the misty peaks of Caldron, the world stretched into lands untouched by human memory. Valleys twisted unnaturally, rivers defied gravity, and entire forests shimmered like living fractals. The Chrono Heart's presence was bleeding into reality itself. Ryo and Lyra rode the Azure Worm over a jagged plateau, scanning the horizon. In the distance, the city lay under siege, not by armies, but by the world itself. Mountains trembled, rivers boiled, and a storm of pure temporal energy churned above the metropolis. Temporal collapse, Lyra whispered. A fracture caused by the heart's awakening. The city is trapped between past, present, and possible futures. People, they're stuck in repeating loops, some living the same second over and over. Ryo clenched his fists, fire and ice spiraling around his core. He felt the weight of every life suspended there. The Azure Worm landed, scales glittering in the storm. Ryo descended, the heart hovering above him, pulsing with impatience. From the fractured skies, Chrono Heart appeared, riding a vessel of violet energy. "I see you found your courage," he sneered. "But courage without calculation is meaningless. Let me show you the truth of power." Energy streams collided as Chrono unleashed a pulse, threatening to destabilize the city completely. Buildings flickered between construction and ruin. Ryo reacted, blending fire and ice in a new form liquid time, a ribbon of energy that could stabilize what was unraveling. Lyra's voice cut through the chaos. "You can't do both. Stabilizing the city will drain the heart's power. Chrono could take it while you're weakened." Ryo's mind raced. The heart pulsed, whispering visions. One path saved the city but fractured the surrounding continent. Another preserved the balance of land and sea but condemned thousands to temporal loops. He inhaled, letting fire and ice flow through him, synchronizing with the heart. "Balance isn't always about saving everyone," he murmured. "Sometimes it's about saving the world." He unleashed a controlled surge of elemental energy, merging with the heart. Waves of fire and frost swept the city, freezing the temporal loops long enough to release the people, but not completely. Some fragments of time remained unstable. Chrono's laugh echoed through the storm. "You act like a hero, but you are only delaying inevitability." Ryo met his gaze, calm and unyielding. "I am the bridge, Chrono. I choose restraint over conquest and balance over chaos. That is the difference between us." The Azure Worm roared, wrapping its massive body around the Chrono Heart. Chrono's forces were repelled, but the warning lingered. The heart's influence was growing. Other relics, other guardians, and forces far beyond comprehension were beginning to stir. Lyra landed beside Ryo, her eyes filled with awe and fear. You did it. But the world is changing faster than we can keep up. Ryo looked toward the horizon, fire and ice coiling in his palms. The path ahead was unclear, the stakes unimaginable. Yet one thing was certain. The adventure had become a battle not just for survival, but for the very fabric of reality. The Chrono Heart pulsed in agreement, as if acknowledging its new master or perhaps testing him. Ryo's journey was no longer a mission. It was the lifeblood of worlds, a testament that even in chaos, balance could endure, if one had the courage to wield it. Imagine standing at the center of everything, where all realities collide. That's where heroes Ryo and Lyra found themselves, at the nexus of infinite realities. But they weren't alone. The twisted Vesh was already there, ready to shatter the multiverse itself. This wasn't just a fight of fists and energy blasts. It was a war for the very fabric of existence. Tyro spread his corruption, but Ryo held the key, the Chrono Heart. He had to use its immense power not to destroy, but to stabilize, to bring balance back from the brink of total chaos. In the final, universe-shaking moment, Ryo made a choice. Instead of obliterating his enemy, he channeled the heart's pure energy, cleansing the corrupted relics Cairo wielded and neutralizing him. The Nexus was saved, transformed into the eternal bridge between chaos and order, a silent guardian for all time. If you love epic stories like this, hit that subscribe button for more adventures.